Hello, everyone, and welcome to the defensive driving course today. It's going to be a 4 hour course, and once completed, if passed, you'll be able to claim a 15% reduction on your insurance. So, good luck with all of you passing. So, look, defensive driving is something that hits home to me, especially. I've had several friends get injured in accidents, and some of them it was their fault, some of it wasn't. But it's just one of those things to where you take your mind off that road for a second. Uh, you could be facing countless hazards. You could be putting yourself and those that are with you at risk for an accident, a single car accident, multi car accident. Multiple accidents happen every day, every year, every week, every second in this world. I don't know if you've ever looked, but next time you're driving around on your major interstate in your town, in your state, in your city, look up. Most of them typically state how many deaths they've had on their roadways in that year. And, I really just wanted to focus on three main aspects of defensive driving today. All right, there's three types, and that's all you need to know. It's going to be manual, cognitive, and visual. And what I mean by that, and we'll break it each one down. So manual, what would a manual distraction be? Obviously, it's brushing your hair while driving. How many of you have seen people brushing their teeth while driving? I've seen it probably about 3 or 4 times. But it's one of those things to where the visual distractions, they outweigh those manual. But either way, manual it's made it so hard to be able to drive safely nowadays. There are distractions everywhere. You got billboards that change names, change companies within every 5 to 7 seconds. So constantly directing your eyes up to this bright billboard, looking at it, looking at this company that has advertised and paid the money to advertise, but yet you're taking your eyes off that road. And that's one of those things to where it's a manual and visual distraction, really. So you want to stay away from those manual distractions. Once you move into the visual, you have those things to where visual distractions are your kids, in the back seat. Shut up, Billy. Just taking your eyes off the road, and unfortunately, it happens every single day. I'm guilty of it, but I've learned teaching this class, teaching this defensive driving class. I've learned that it's one of those things to where you don't do it anymore. I adjust my mirror a little bit just so my kids can see the eye contact and how much I really mean what I'm saying at this point. Other visual distractions are cars, zooming by. Was that a nice car? It's a car you've never seen before. Well, you're taking your eyes off the road. Texting with phones, guys. It's one of those things to where it needs to stop. There was a survey done with teenagers, and they asked 100 teenagers, do you believe that texting is driving is dangerous? And 100% of them said yes. And then they were asked this next question that's going to shock many of you in this room. They asked if they would still continue to text knowing that it's dangerous. And 70% of them said yes. So these are these roads that you're going to share with these folks, and it's one of those things where everybody should go through a defensive driving class. Old, young, not even driving yet. Driving for 25 years. It's the class that just never stops giving. Defensive driving is really it's just taking that step back. It's not having road rage. It's not getting so upset at that guy that just cut you off. It's not getting upset at somebody staying in the left lane. It's staying even kill while you're driving and not really focusing on anything other than what could potentially happen in front of you. And really, as a good defensive driver, you almost try to become a future predictor. It's one of those things where you try to figure out, okay, well, if that guy cut across the median right now, what would I do? You have 100 different scenarios going on in your mind and how you would react after each one. So look, folks, if you would like to come and try it out, I have a lot more statistics, a lot more, and then look, we'll start getting into, people driving on this, people driving on NyQuil, people overloading themselves with coffee. It's these are all vices and distractions that are going to get to people. It's did this fall into the front seat? Did this tip over? Now I got to worry about cleaning it up, and I'm not even focusing on the road that's right in front of me. So please, folks, if you value your life, you value your family, and you just want to become a better driver, come see me, Josh Campbell, and we'll take care of you. Thank you.